You stood at the edge of connection, heart open, ready to embrace the warmth of love. You believed in the magic of vulnerability, that sharing your soul would spark intimacy. But as you reached out, something shifted. Instead of closeness, you felt a chasm, a whisper of disconnection lingering in the air. It's as if you're both in the same room, yet miles apart, lost in a sea of unspoken words and unmet needs. You expected a dance, but found yourself in a standoff, each heartbeat echoing the silence that stretches between you. It's confusing, isn't it? You did everything right, yet it feels so wrong. Carl Jung once hinted at the shadows lurking within us, the parts we hide from even ourselves. So, what if this struggle is not just a personal failure, but a mirror reflecting the complexities of modern love? What lies beneath the surface of this ache? Where every achievement is just another fleeting moment, another facade to uphold. The impact of family conditioning lingers, shaping your desires and fears, wrapping them in layers of expectation. Yet here you are, feeling the cracks forming in that carefully constructed persona, the mask you've worn to navigate through life. This dissonance, this unsettling numbness, it creeps in like an uninvited guest, reminding you that something vital is shifting beneath the surface. It's a discomfort that feels heavy, yet it's also a signal, a profound indication that your old identity is crumbling. You stand in a liminal space, caught between who you were and who you might become, feeling the tension of an internal struggle that is both painful and necessary. But what if this confusion is not a sign of something being wrong with you? What if it's the universe's way of clearing the debris, making room for something new to emerge? Imagine a caterpillar, cocooned in darkness, feeling the constriction of its former self. It's a messy process. This metamorphosis, one that demands surrender to the unknown. In this moment of introspection, think of the echoes of Carl Jung's insights, where the journey towards the self involves confronting the shadows that linger just beyond the light. The persona that once shielded you, that served as your armor, is now becoming a prison. Each breath you take in this space of uncertainty is a testament to your resilience, an acknowledgement of the transformation brewing within. This numbness is not a void, it's a crucible, a necessary phase where the old you is being dismantled piece by piece. The sense of emptiness you experience is a sacred clearing, an invitation to explore the depths of your being. It's the quiet before the storm of rebirth, where the remnants of your past self begin to dissolve, allowing the essence of who you truly are to rise. As you navigate this terrain, remember that the awakening you seek often requires a death, the letting go of outdated beliefs, and the persona that has outlived its purpose. You are not malfunctioning. You are being emptied for reconstruction, a process that is both daunting and liberating. The chaos you feel is the birth pangs of a new identity, one that is authentic and unfiltered. So, stand still in this uncertainty. Embrace the unease as a sign of growth, a testament to your journey into the depths of your own psyche. The discomfort you experience is merely the beginning of a profound transformation, a process that will lead you to a more authentic existence. Allow yourself to be present in this moment of unraveling, for it is within this sacred space that the seeds of your true self are being planted, ready to blossom into something beautiful and real. What if this moment of stillness is not a void, but a sacred pause? In the depths of your struggle, you may feel like a ship lost at sea, tossed by waves of uncertainty. Yet, remember, you are not adrift without purpose. You are in the chrysalis of transformation. Carl Jung spoke of individuation, the journey of becoming whole by embracing your shadow, those hidden parts of yourself that yearn for acknowledgement. In this cocoon, the familiar may feel suffocating, but it is here that the alchemy of change begins. The darkness may seem overwhelming, yet it serves a vital role in your evolution. Just as the caterpillar dissolves to become something new, You too are in a process of disintegration and rebirth. This is not a sign of weakness, but of profound strength, a testament to your journey toward authenticity. You might think of this pain as an ending, but what if it's merely the threshold of a new beginning? The very discomfort you feel may be the doorway to deeper understanding. Jungian wisdom teaches us that to integrate our experiences, we must first confront them. This is the essence of the ego's funeral, a necessary rite of passage that allows the self to emerge anew. In this space of introspection, the shadows that once haunted you begin to reveal their secrets. They are not merely obstacles, but teachers, guiding you toward awareness. Each moment of discomfort invites you to ask, what is it trying to show me? What beliefs are ready to be released? As you navigate this inner terrain, acknowledge the quiet stirring within. It is the whisper of your true self, urging you to remember who you are beneath the layers of expectation and fear. This is a journey of reclamation, where you learn to trust the wisdom of your heart. The hermit in the cave symbolizes this retreat into the self, a time for contemplation and growth, where solitude becomes a fertile ground for insight. You are not lost, you are in between who you were and who you are destined to become. Embrace this uncertainty, for it holds the promise of revelation. As Jung suggested, the path to wholeness is not linear, it is a spiral of discovery, leading you to the depths of your being. Let the ancient symbols guide you. Consider the phoenix rising from its ashes, a powerful reminder that renewal often comes from the ashes of what once was. In this moment, allow yourself to envision the possibility of transformation. What if, instead of fearing the unknown, you welcomed it as an integral part of your journey? In this space of potential, hold onto the hope that this pain might be the catalyst for a profound change. You are on the precipice of awakening, where the shadows give way to light. You are not merely surviving, you are being forged into something greater, a being of resilience and depth. So, breathe in this moment. Embrace the silence. The journey ahead may be uncertain, but it is yours to walk. And remember, in the depths of transformation, the most beautiful beginnings often arise from the willingness to let go. You are not just unraveling, you are remembering. You find yourself in a cocoon, suspended between the person you once were and the enigma of who you are destined to become. It's an uncomfortable place, isn't it? You may wonder, why does it still feel so heavy? What is this invisible weight dragging you down? As you traverse this disorienting landscape of self-discovery, let's shed light on what Carl Jung called the shadow. This concept embodies the repressed aspects of ourselves, those traits, traumas, and truths that we've buried deep within. You've hidden parts of yourself, perhaps, out of shame or fear, and now they linger in the shadows, quietly sabotaging your sense of clarity and motivation. This emotional numbness you feel isn't merely the absence of feeling, rather, it's the overwhelming sensation of emotions locked behind a wall you built for protection. You may feel a chronic fatigue that seeps into every aspect of your life, and you might notice self-sabotage creeping in at unexpected moments. There's a fear that lingers, whether it's the fear of success or the paralyzing dread of failure, both whispering that you're not enough. It's as if you've disconnected from your own desires, the very things that once lit your spirit on fire. You buried your fire to survive in a world that felt too harsh, too demanding. But now in this cocoon, you've forgotten where you placed it. Your yearning to feel, to engage, to care as you once did has dimmed, leaving you in a state of emotional disarray. It's crucial to recognize that this isn't just fog, it's memory echoes of the vibrant self you've tried to suppress, attempting to seep through the cracks of your carefully managed life. Jung teaches us that confronting the shadow is essential for healing. It's about embracing those hidden parts of your psyche, understanding the fragments that have been cast aside. You are not broken, rather, You are a mosaic of experiences, each shard of pain and joy contributing to your intricate design. The heavy feelings that weigh on your heart are signals guiding you to the truth of your existence. In this poignant moment of introspection, acknowledge that your inner conflict is not something to be shamed or judged. Instead, it is a part of your journey, a necessary exploration that invites you to delve deeper into the recesses of your soul. By naming this shadow, you begin to recognize its influence on your life. You are not merely lost, you are navigating through an essential metamorphosis, and understanding this hidden aspect of yourself brings a sense of relief. You are seen, not analyzed. This acknowledgement is the first step towards healing, a gentle invitation to explore the depths of your inner world. As you stand at this threshold, prepare yourself for the next step, the inner split. Here, we will uncover how this shadow fractures your identity and choices, illuminating the path toward integration and wholeness. Embrace this journey, for it holds the promise of rediscovery and transformation. On one side stands the ego, a reliable guardian shaped by past experiences, rules of survival, the need for success, and the desire to maintain a familiar performance. It clings to the old ways, fearing change and the unknown. On the other side, there's the emerging self, whispering new truths, a voice that feels both unclear yet undeniable. These two parts of you are now in conflict, each vying for control and neither fully in charge. You want to move forward, to embrace the transformation that beckons, but something holds you back. Your body is here, navigating the daily grind, yet your soul seems to drift elsewhere, yearning for something deeper. You long for silence, yet feel a rising anxiety in the stillness. This tension is palpable, a visceral struggle echoing through your very being. Carl Jung spoke of this as the tension between the persona and the self, a crisis that often emerges before integration can occur. Friedrich Nietzsche explored a similar duality, highlighting the Apollonian versus the Dionysian struggle, where the pursuit of authenticity often leads us to the abyss. Gabor Mate delves into the true self versus the adapted self, shaped by trauma and survival instincts. Each of these thinkers illuminates the complexity of your experience, revealing that this internal divide is not a sign of brokenness, but rather a natural, albeit painful, part of individuation. Yet, the emotional cost of this split can feel overwhelming. You may find yourself exhausted, as if being pulled in two directions at once. Self-doubt creeps in, causing you to question, which part is really me? There's a sense of shame for regressing into old behaviors that no longer serve you, and grief for the version of self that's fading away, as if mourning a friend. These feelings can trap you in confusion, making it difficult to discern your next steps. But it's important to recognize that this split is not dysfunction. It is the breaking of an inner shell, a necessary process of growth. You are not failing, you are mid-transformation, navigating the waters of an awakening that is both exhilarating and terrifying. Embrace this duality. Honor the ego that has safeguarded you, while also acknowledging the emerging self that craves authenticity and connection. This tension, though painful, holds the key to your alignment. It invites you to explore the depths of your being, to understand that the discomfort you feel is a precursor to wholeness. As you stand at this crossroads, prepare yourself for the journey of integration that lies ahead. Embracing both sides of your identity will pave the way for reconstruction, where the fragments of your past can harmonize with the promise of your future. You are on the brink of something profound, and though the path may seem fraught with turbulence, it is also illuminated by the possibility of becoming the truest version of yourself. In this sacred mess, healing isn't about erasing the past, it's about reintegrating it, weaving together the strands of your experience into a rich tapestry of understanding. Imagine this inner turmoil as an architect's blueprint, where the chaos becomes the raw material for your soul's design. For Carl Jung, this process is the essence of individuation, the journey of bringing the unconscious into conscious awareness, allowing the hidden parts of yourself to step into the light. It's a conversation between the ego and the self, not a battle, as they begin to listen and understand one another. As you navigate this inner landscape, consider how Gabor Mate describes the emergence of the true self from beneath layers of adaptation. It's not about fighting your past but embracing it, allowing your history to inform your present. And Nietzsche reminds us that true power lies in the acceptance of our full humanity, both light and shadow. This creative tension you feel is the alchemy of your psyche, transforming pain into presence, confusion into inner reorganization. If you're feeling lost, remember, you are not adrift in an endless sea. You are composting old selves into fertile soil, preparing for new growth. Confusion signals that your inner world is reorganizing, crafting a new set of values that resonate more deeply with who you are becoming. Apathy isn't a void, it's the quiet before a storm of clarity. And guilt? It's simply your soul sending signals about false roles you've been playing, urging you to shed what no longer serves you. Emptiness is not a sign of lack. It's the sacred space where truth will grow, where new insights and authentic desires will take root. You are undergoing psychological alchemy, a transformative process where discomfort becomes a catalyst for healing. No transformation happens in comfort. Growth often wears the mask of grief, and in this moment, it is essential to honor that discomfort as evidence of healing in motion. When the soul reorganizes you, it feels like falling apart. But this is a deeper form of coming together, a reunion of fractured parts that leads to wholeness. Allow this process to unfold at its own pace. Integration is slow and nonlinear, a gentle unfolding rather than a forced resolution. As you stand on this precipice, prepare yourself for the emergence of new values, clarity, and alignment. Trust that what feels like chaos now is the sacred groundwork for a more authentic you. Embrace this journey, for within it lies the promise of integration, a harmonious reunion of the many aspects of your being. Breathe deeply and let the alchemy work its magic, guiding you toward a fuller expression of who you are meant to be. Once the pieces begin to reassemble, something beautiful happens. You don't rebuild the old life. You begin to build something that fits. You're not returning to normal. You're building a new normal that honors your truth. The life you were chasing doesn't fit anymore. That's not a failure. It's an invitation. In this transformative phase, we shift from an ego-built identity, which relies on roles, achievements, and the approval of others, to a soul-built identity, grounded in resonance, presence, and alignment. This new identity is more fluid, authentic, and intuitive. It's a creative process, not a return, but a redefinition of who you are at your core. Imagine designing a home for your soul, rather than crafting a costume for your persona. Instead of wearing masks to fit in, you're learning to become transparent. What once fueled you no longer does. Now you're nourished by what feels true, by what resonates with your deepest self. This journey of individuation, as Carl Jung described, is about becoming the self. It's a return to authenticity, as Gabor Mate would suggest, a reclamation of your true nature. Nietzsche would encourage you to embrace self-creation and overcome the limitations that once confined you. In this space, you begin to notice real shifts in your values and choices. You might find yourself saying no to relationships that demand performance or drain your energy. Leaving work that contradicts your values suddenly feels necessary. As you seek environments that support your growth, creating, resting, or serving becomes an expression of your essence rather than a means to prove your worth. You feel drawn to new hobbies, conversations, and places without the need to justify these interests to anyone. This is what real freedom looks like, not chaos, but conscious creation. You're not reinventing yourself, you're revealing yourself. Embracing this journey means acknowledging that rebuilding is nonlinear. It's messy, it's human, and it's deeply liberating. As you navigate this transformation, hold space for the fact that clarity won't come overnight. Embrace the uncertainties and the discomforts, for they are integral to your evolution. Each step you take brings you closer to a life that is not only authentic but sustainable, one that reflects your soul's desires and dreams. As you prepare for the next phase, recognize that this new self will begin to connect with the world again. You will do so through purpose, service, or expression. Your interactions will be infused with the authenticity you've cultivated, allowing you to engage with others in a way that feels aligned and true. This journey is just the beginning. The path ahead invites you to explore how your new identity interacts with the larger tapestry of life, opening doors to opportunities that resonate with your authentic self. Embrace this moment of emergence. The world awaits your unique perspective and contributions. Now that you've stopped performing and started listening, the world feels different. Or rather, you relate to it differently. You're not returning to the old world, you're bringing something new into it. This isn't about going back. It's about going forward, but aligned with your authentic self. Engaging with the world post-awakening becomes a journey of sacred expression. It unfolds at a slower pace, but with a depth that resonates within your being. You find yourself more selective, choosing to interact with those who reflect your truth, embracing honesty over pretense. It's less about proving your worth and more about participating in the dance of life, where every movement is a testament to your essence. In the words of Carl Jung, the self now interacts with the collective, embodying the archetypal return of the hero. You carry the wisdom gained from your inner journey, ready to share with your tribe. Your relationships transform, authenticity becomes the foundation, as Gabor Mate so insightfully reminds us. Each connection is an invitation to be real, to speak your truth even if your voice shakes. No longer tethered to the need for approval, you engage with a vulnerability that fosters genuine intimacy. At work or in your creative pursuits, you create without asking for permission. The canvas of your life stretches before you, and like Nietzsche, you no longer submit but express. Each project, each brushstroke, becomes a reflection of your inner landscape, a manifestation of your unique vision. You feel peace in simplicity, no longer hungry for applause, but nourished by the act of creation itself. As you walk this path, you begin to notice new relational patterns. You attract those who resonate with your truth, drawn to your light. The energy shifts, and you let go of those who thrived on your performance, those who needed the facade. You lead by living, not persuading, embodying the change you wish to see in the world. You are no longer reacting to life. You are responding with presence. Your existence becomes art, not argument. You've stopped asking, "What do they think of me?" and instead you inquire, "What wants to move through me?" This shift is profound, a sacred unfolding of your true self into the tapestry of existence. And as you share your truth, remember, your truth is medicine, potent and healing, but only if you allow it to flow. This is where healing becomes transmission, where your story intertwines with others, creating a shared narrative of hope and authenticity. As you prepare to step into the next phase of your journey, embrace the spiritual and symbolic life that awaits. Trust in inner guidance, notice the synchronicities that arise, and participate soulfully in the dance of life. The world is ready for your contributions, your perspective, and your essence. This is the beginning of a new chapter where your presence adds depth to the collective experience. Embrace this moment, for it is sacred, and the light you carry is meant to be shared. This is the beginning of the symbolic life, a profound shift in perception that Carl Jung described as a journey beyond the literal, stepping into a space rich with metaphor, archetype, and synchronicity. It's not mere superstition. It's a deep form of psychological and spiritual intelligence that invites you to engage with life in a wholly new way. In this symbolic existence, dreams can become windows into your soul, revealing emotional insights that words fail to capture. You may find recurring symbols or numbers appearing in your life, mirroring internal shifts and guiding you toward your truth. That feelings arise, no longer dismissed but embraced, leading you toward right action with an assurance that transcends logic, even art or a moment in. Nature can resonate deeply, speaking to something within you, igniting the flame of recognition and understanding. Navigating this new terrain requires stillness, a quieting of the mind to hear the whispers of your inner wisdom. It calls for self-trust, a willingness to let go of the need to know everything intellectually, and instead to feel deeply. This connection to a deeper self, one that exists beyond the confines of the ego, is where your journey truly begins. As Jung aptly stated, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. This symbolic life is a natural progression after individuation, where the unconscious transforms into a creative partner. Here, you begin to dialogue with life through symbols rather than spreadsheets. Weaving a tapestry of meaning that is uniquely yours, you stop asking for signs and start seeing them everywhere, as if the universe itself is conspiring to reveal its mysteries to you. No longer do you interpret events solely through logic. Instead, you sense their shape, their pattern, their pull. Life ceases to be a problem to solve and becomes a poem to translate, each line rich with meaning and purpose. This form of perception is not passive. It is participatory, inviting you into a dance of co-creation. The world speaks to you and it asks for your response, not always perfect, but always true. As you embrace this journey, you'll find that the symbolic life leads to a life of contribution, not performance. It is not about showcasing your gifts for approval, but expressing your essence authentically. In the next step of your journey, you will be invited to take all you've lived, all that has shaped you, and share it with the world creatively, truthfully, publicly, or privately, but always consciously. Trust that the symbolic messages guiding you are valid, that your intuitive experiences are worthy of reverence. This is the mature, soulful state of being where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary, where each moment holds the potential for profound insight. Step into this sacred space, for it is here that you will find not only your voice, but also the legacy you are meant to contribute. Each step has brought you closer to the truth of who you are, illuminating the path of inner transformation. Now, as you stand at this threshold, your deepest truth is ready to be shared, not as performance, but as presence. In this moment, embrace the reality that true contribution isn't about perfection or applause. It's about showing up fully, imperfectly, and consistently. Your unique voice yearns to be expressed, and there are countless ways to manifest this authenticity. Let your creative projects reflect the essence of your soul, whether through art, writing, or any medium that resonates with you. Use your lived experiences to heal and help others, sharing the wisdom you've garnered along the way. Become a teacher or a mentor, or simply hold space for those who seek connection and understanding. Engage in everyday acts of kindness and integrity in your relationships and work, allowing your presence to shine as a beacon of hope and authenticity. Carl Jung teaches us that individuation culminates in service to the collective. When the self becomes a bridge between inner and outer worlds, you embody the essence of your journey. This is not just a personal revolution. It is a call to a greater purpose, as Gabor Mate emphasizes. Compassionate presence and authenticity are vital in nurturing our communities. Friedrich Nietzsche invites us to embrace life as a creative act of becoming, where each moment is a canvas waiting for our unique brushstrokes. Yet, as you embark on this path, common fears may arise. You might feel the weight of judgment, the sting of rejection, or the lingering doubt of not being enough. There may be resistance to vulnerability, a temptation to retreat back into the comfort of the familiar. Acknowledge these feelings, but do not let them define you. Instead, see them as invitations to deepen your courage and trust in your journey. Your unique story, your lessons, your gifts are needed now more than ever. Remember, when you step into your truth, you light a path that others can follow. Your legacy isn't about grandeur or monumental achievements. It's about the ripples your presence creates in the lives of those around you. Each small act of kindness, each moment of integrity, contributes to a larger tapestry of connection and healing. This journey is not a finish line, it's a new beginning. Keep growing, keep expressing, and keep serving from the fullness of your awakened self. As you embrace this empowered state, you'll find that your life becomes a work of art, a testament to the beauty of authenticity and the power of meaningful connection. So, step forward with confidence and heart-led action. Engage with your community, share your insights, and allow your presence to inspire others. Together, we create a legacy of love, creativity, and transformation that reverberates through time. The world awaits your unique expression. Embrace it fully and let your soul shine brightly.